Welcome back to BS with Brian Simpson. We're here. We got a lot of fan mail today. I love this. This is my favorite part. You got any questions, comments, concerns? You want advice from the advice champ? Email me at BSwithBrianSimpson@gmail.com. If you want to come see me on tour, go to BrianSimpsonComedy.com. There's tickets all over the fucking place. Like I said, my rest of the dates for the year, I got Cleveland coming up. I got Chicago coming up. I got Houston coming up at the end of the year, even though I don't think that link is up on the website quite yet. But I got Cleveland, Chicago. Yeah, Cleveland, Chicago, the last 2 dates, and then Houston in December or November. No, December. Yeah. Oh, also, I'll be in San Diego with Tom Segura. So you got to go to his website for that. But listen. We're here to answer the questions. The elephant in the room today. Hey, listen, I think that Young Thug trial finna be a mistrial. Exactly as I predicted. Yeah, it's a fucking clown show down there. I'm not gonna go too much into it. I've gone over it in another episode, and there's other YouTube channels that are like completely dedicated to it. So go check some of them out. One of my favorite ones is Cuff Boys. They're a little behind sometimes, but they are entertaining. All right, let's get to these emails, please. Let me see. Okay. Hey, Brian, I listen every week. Thanks. And love the way you see issues and how to deal with them. I haven't really had anything to ask advice for, but this week, stuff has been going on with my neighbors more than usual and wanted to see... Fucking cat hair, dude. Wanted to see... what you think. All right. Me and my best friend are 25 and we live in a rental house in the upstairs unit. The downstairs unit is a barber shop. Okay. We moved in 2 months ago and there are so many people coming in and out of the downstairs and always hanging around. I can't tell who actually owns the business and I can't tell if they also live in the downstairs unit or just have their business there. The day we were moving in, a few downstairs people were in the backyard and one guy said, "Hey, we play music." And I said, "Sweet, me too." And they said, "Nah, but we play it loud." And I was like, "Okay, LOL, nice." And this other guy said, "Hey, we don't play it that loud though." And I was like, "Okay, no worries." Okay, so they definitely are very loud. They play very bassy, loud music all night long. Not every night, but many. Like even on a random Monday at 5 a.m., it will be going. It's a barbershop, but they also use it as a hangout spot when they aren't open. And they have a pit bull that has this horrible and loud bark, and sometimes they leave it out all night, and it can go on for hours barking. Yesterday, we heard a ton of yelling and screaming, so naturally we look out the window to catch the drama. The pit bull figured out how to open their door. It got out and attacked a smaller dog, and everyone was all screaming and running and trying to get the big dog off the smaller one. We were afraid of the dog before, but now it's on a whole other level after seeing that go down. Also, me and my roommate both like sleeping with the window cracked to get that cool night breeze. I know we can close them to help with the noise, but it's like, damn, I just don't get why we need to change what we like and how we prefer to live in order to get a bit of peace. Okay. Last night, my roommate said their noise kept him up all night, and I just feel really bad. I don't want him to struggle and want him to get peaceful sleep in life. I heard them too last night a bit, but I sleep with headphones on, which helps. Just a side note, why you sleep with headphones on? How you pull that off? Just a side note, I don't love sleeping with headphones. Okay. It really hurts my ears. Like I just had a dream about getting an insane headache. But then I woke up and realized I had an insane headache in real life from wearing the headphones all night. We used to live downtown and drunk people walking down the alley was just as loud as the neighbors downstairs. And so I don't know. I've just always used the headphones to keep my peace. The main difference between where we used to live versus now is that downtown, you don't have any control over anyone randomly walking down the alley because they all come and go and we don't know who they are. But in this new place, we know who is causing the noise, and so there is more potential for doing something about this problem. In general, I don't like to deal with conflict and have a lot of tolerance and accept that a lot of things I just can't control. So I can put up with a lot, but now it's affecting my friend and his sleep, so now I want to do something about it. Is it something we can talk to our landlord about? I'm kind of afraid the downstairs people would be pissed at us for complaining and do it more or do something passive-aggressive instead. I don't know. Or the cops. I don't really care for cops, and especially think it isn't a good option because our downstairs neighbors are Black people living in a smaller town with a majority of white people. Should we talk to them ourselves? What would you say How would you approach the conversation? And keep in mind, I'm not as brave as you are about telling people what's up. Should we continue to try to ignore it? I don't really want to do that because my roommate deserves good sleep and I would love to not wear my headphones every night. Are there any other options I haven't thought of? How would you go about this? I'm very interested to hear your thoughts. Thanks a ton for your time and perspective, Brian. Okay, wait a minute. So wait a minute. Did I get 2 emails from you? Oh, this was from 5 days ago, and then one was from yesterday. Okay. I don't know when you record, so I don't know if this is too late, but in the email, I didn't really mention that they do all this noise outside and inside. There's a lot of yelling and loud talking outside until like 4 a.m. So it's not just the loud basic music noise that is bothering us. It's mostly the inconsiderate loud volumes of voices outside going crazy late into the night. One plus is that we live in Wisconsin, so pretty soon I think we will be too cold for them to be outside talking so much. So hopefully it will be quieter in that sense. I wouldn't put my hopes on that. Just wanted to add that info if it's not too late. But oh well, if it is, thanks again, Brian. Yeah, man. So yeah, look, it looks like you live. Well, first of all, this isn't going to help you now, but my rule is like, if I'm thinking about moving into a place, I always drive by at night. I go around there at night just to see, because here's the truth. If there's a bunch of motherfuckers outside in the middle of the night, you are in the hood, sir. I mean, I guess the same is true in the middle of the day. If you see a bunch of people outside in the middle of the day, like it's not the weekend. You know what I mean? You see a motherfucker on a weekday, there's a bunch of motherfuckers outside, you're in the hood. You moved into the hood. That's what it sounds like to me. Your barbershop, I don't know if it's D-Boys or whatever, but listen, the truth is people can be pretty reasonable, especially since you haven't called the cops on them yet, right? I'm pretty sure the previous tenants probably, got fed up with this. The landlord didn't mention it because it can't be the first time. It didn't just start when y'all moved in. Yeah. But yeah, I would talk to them first. And the thing is, you don't have to be rude about it. You can say what you just said to me. Like, hey, listen, the music is not a problem, but all these motherfuckers yelling all day, yelling all night. It's like, I can't sleep like that, And if it's a problem, then you got to leave it there because, like I said, you in the hood. Now, secondly, I would invest in a white noise machine. You'd be surprised how much that works wonders. But ultimately, you gotta get the fuck out of there. There's nothing that's worth your peace of mind. Nothing. Not a place, not a woman, not a job, not a family member. Nothing is worth your peace. Like that, stress is the number one killer. Like that's what kills everybody. Stress and inflammation is the ultimate cause of death for most people. And it's like you gotta go through life minimizing stress as much as possible. And so yeah, it sounds like you don't want a confrontation. Again, I don't know these people. I don't know their personality. I don't know if you've gotten to know them. I don't know your schedule. But motherfuckers yelling and blasting music at 5 a.m. on a Wednesday is wild. That's that's some like that is something that is obviously not acceptable. You know what I mean? It's like that's somebody that's just rude. It's like I live in a house and I still wouldn't do that. 5 a.m. blasting music. I mean, you can play it loud. I mean, we loud that was a good warning, but telling you that we play music loud is that's not a free pass to just blast music at 5 a.m. Like, come on, man. And that's what I'm saying. See, you dealing with people that don't have jobs. You dealing with people that's just around, that can do that. You know what I mean? People that got to work 9 to 5s, they ain't up every single day blasting music and talking loud. But yeah, I would definitely talk to the landlord about it. Like, hey man, listen, you're gonna have to let us out this lease because whatever's going on here was going on before I got here and you knew about it. That's what you really got to have a confrontation with. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you knew what this was when you were showing us the place. I mean, it's what blows my mind is that it wasn't going on when you was checking the place out in the first place. But it's like the landlord knew what it was. He probably told them to be quiet when he was showing the place to people so he could trap you in a motherfucking lease and then you couldn't do nothing about it. But you can get out of that lease for sure, because you got to get the fuck out of there, man. Like I said, nothing is worth your peace of mind. And that's ultimately what's going to have to happen, because even no matter what conversation you have, it's going to happen again. Because you're dealing with rude people. Because this is one of those things that shouldn't have to be said. You understand what I'm saying? It's like motherfuckers know they being rude. So the conversation, if, I don't know who lives below you or how many people it is, but it sounds like multiple people. Maybe let's just say for the sake of argument, luckily you end up interacting with the reasonable one. Somebody else gonna be like, man, fuck him. You know what I mean? And it's like, it ain't worth escalating. It ain't worth losing your life or losing your damn whatever. But I mean, you should have the conversation first. And then, but still, the landlord is the one you have to have the conversation with. Like, hey man, I can't deal with this. And you knew about it before we moved in. Come on, I need to get the fuck up out of here. Because I'll break this lease and you just have to take me to court. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure you can win, but I don't know. But I don't know what the laws are in Wisconsin and all of that, man. But like I said, in the meantime, between time, get you a damn white noise machine, get you some fans. Loud talking is that's a wild thing to be keeping you awake. It just is irritating me just thinking about it. But it's like, and the thing is, shit like this don't bother me. Like I can sleep through a lot of noise. Like if I'm really tired and I'm ready to go, I've fallen asleep in a whole bunch of different kind of places. So this ain't the type of thing that would really bother me. What would bother me is smells, like strong smoke. This is crazy because I smoke weed, but I don't like the smell of weed smoke in my house. I fucking hate it. I hate waking up to that fucking smell, especially when it's like a dirty bong. I fucking hate that shit. I fucking hate it. But noise isn't a thing for me. But I can understand how it could be. Like I said, nothing is worth your peace of mind. It's the same thing I said to the cat person. It's like, hey man, you got to get your motherfucking sleep, man. Point blank, period. Like, it literally kills you if you don't get enough sleep regularly. You have to do something about it, like ASAP. And I feel bad because, like I said, I don't know if you can get it out the lease. If if I were you, I would look up the tenant laws or go or speak to like a tenant advocacy organization and see what your what your rights are in this kind of situation. Where it's like, I don't know if you can prove that the landlord purposely hid the fact that, because I guarantee you the previous tenants complained about the noise, and probably the people before that as well, But yeah, living above a hood barbershop is wild. Like I said, you're going to get all type of, like you say, you don't even know who the fuck live down there. I don't understand why y'all chose to move into this place, why this place in particular. It's probably a good deal, and it's probably a good deal for a reason. There are no good deals on rent unless it's some shit like this. It's either some shit like this or the landlord is one of the motherfuckers that don't fix nothing. You know what I mean? They looking for crackheads and people that's just getting out of homeless shelters and like people that don't have advocacy, like people that don't have options. That's what they looking for. And you was probably looking for somewhere affordable and was like, oh, this is a good ass deal. Nice little 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. And it's like, that's, it's one of them you get what you pay for type of deals. Like this, and I don't know how old you are. I'm guessing you're a young person. But this is one of them. This is one of those life lessons you gotta learn right here, where it's like, nah, I'm not moving into the hood. I'm not moving above a bar or any of that type of shit. But again, I say look into see what your rights are. Try to have a conversation if you can talk to somebody reasonable. But like I said, I'm sure it's not gonna stop because this ain't the first time. All right, next one. Oh, this guy sent me an article. It's been a while. Hope everything's going well for you. Devin, different Devin, the one who still has his balls. I like that. Okay. This is an article. 19-year-old Walmart employee found dead in store walk-in oven in Canada. Wow. Police are investigating the death of a 19-year-old Walmart employee who was found in the store's walk-in oven Saturday in Canada. Halifax Regional Police in the province of Nova Scotia were called to the Walmart at 6990 Mumford Road at 9:30 p.m. and found the young woman dead. The woman was located in a large walk-in oven belonging to the store's bakery department, police said. In an update Tuesday, authorities said the investigation continues and that a cause and manner of death have not yet been confirmed. Investigators are working with Occupational Health and Safety and the Nova Scotia Medical Examiner Service on the case. Officials have not said whether the circumstances of the woman's death are criminal in nature. The Maritime Sikh Society in Halifax told CBC News that it is in touch with the victim's mother, noting that the mother and her daughter are originally from India and moved to Canada 2 to 3 years ago. It's a real tragic incident, and everybody is deeply hurt by this, and we're waiting for the police investigation to come out. We would like to know what happened to this young woman. Walmart closed the store until further notice. We are heartbroken and our deepest thoughts are with the associate and their family. Our focus remains on taking care of our associates and making sure they have the support they need. Yeah, but not pay them enough money to live on. As police have stated, this is a very complex matter and the investigation is ongoing. The company is providing virtual care and on-site support to store employees, including grief counseling. The Nova Scotia Department of Labor, Skills and Immigration said it has issued a stop work order Tuesday for the bakery and a piece of equipment at the store. Please note, workplace investigations are complex and can take time, a department spokesperson said. Yeah, that's wild, nigga. Because what's wild is those walk-in ovens have they have like safety releases on the inside. Like you can't lock yourself in there. You know what I'm saying? Like you can, it's like somebody putting you in a trunk. There's an emergency thing in a trunk so you can get out, right? So someone would have to really go out of their way to make so you can't get out of that oven. You know what I mean? Now I don't know. They don't say if she was like if the oven was on, like did they just find her in the oven or did the oven kill her? They're not saying how she died, which is a red flag to me, because it would seem really easy to decide, I don't know what the rules are in fucking Canada. By the way, I'm on my way to Canada for the last time. I'm gonna be in, by the time y'all see this, I'm gonna be on my way home, but I'm gonna be in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, this week. And I just don't like going up there. And it has nothing, I don't have anything against Canada specifically. It just, all the things you have to go through to visit a foreign country, it sucks to do all that shit and end up in Canada. Because it's no different than the United States. I'd rather be home than jump through all those hoops to end up in just Canada, And it's colder than a motherfucker up there. It's like 30-something degrees or something crazy like that. So anyway, I don't know what the rules are up there, but it would seem like, what people want to know is like, was this a murder? Or what? Like, was she working in the oven and she passed out? She had a seizure or something? Or did somebody put her in the oven? We need to know that. And you can tell us that right now. You know what I mean? Like, what's all of this? We investigating shit. What are the facts, motherfucker? What is there to investigate? Was it a murder, right? Or was it an accident? Because those are the two things it could be. She either had a health incident while she was working in the oven, right? Or somebody put her in the oven. You know what I mean? Did she get baked to death? Or did they find her? I don't understand why they can't give you that information. I think here we would get that information by now. Especially if it was something scandalous. You know what I mean? But thanks for sending that email, Dev. Appreciate you, bro. Okay, so this is a reference to episode 78, 31 minutes in. Air Force, they gonna get made fun of the most and have the least comebacks. Okay. Hey, sir, reference above episode when stationed at episode 78, the 31-minute mark. Ooh, flashback. Would you recommend joining the military? If so, what branch? And didn't say nothing else about himself.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. A little bit more information than that.
I guess. I mean, why not? What else you got going on? You know, if so, what branch? Well, the Air Force, obviously. That's
Why, obviously?
That's the cushiest branch. It's the most luxurious branch. You know what I'm saying? It's the branch where you less likely to die or get your ass beat and all of that. But it's harder to get into. At least it used to be.
Okay.
Oh no! Well, obviously, like the Marine Corps is the most respected. You know, but it's also potentially the most adversity-filled lifestyle. And you know, you often getting hand-me-downs, and you're the last one to get stuff, and you're the first one to go in, and all of that other shit. And then I'm not, you know, the rest of them kind of fight it out. Obviously, the Air Force is. I don't want to say least respected, but you know what I mean. They gonna get made fun of the most, and they gonna have the least comebacks. Let's just put it like that. We're back. Hey, sir. Reference above episode when stationed at JBLWA, we had Army on the south main portion of post and Air Force dudes on the north fort. One morning we had PT formation at the Air Force side because their old course had equipment like climb ropes, Jacob's ladder, the pyramid board weaver thing. I don't know what old course y'all had in the Marine Corps, but I know y'all be swimming in full kit and nah. So anyways, we got a group of green Army dudes out there, and it's about 5:30. I hit the latrine. First off, the latrine is a standalone brick structure with an angled horizontal metal roof. It's not a plastic hot box with the door ripped off. There were no depictions of male or female crotch anatomy. Standard, no racist shit. There wasn't even a turd in the pot, sir. Above the porcelain Air Force shitter that was very clean. That was very clean. There was a fucking lavender candle, like a nice one from Home Goods. It was lit too. So my thing is, they got a detail that's waking up before FF to light a lavender candle in this honestly pristine shitter nobody deserved. Wild. Anyways, love your show. Love your work. Thanks for the motivation, sir. Hope you still got that painting you gave me. The opt to make you back in the end of 2022, early 2023 timeframe. Hope you're digging it. Any feedback at all is greatly appreciated, sir. Hope you're doing well, Josh. Hey, man. So now, okay, I didn't connect that this was you. Of course, I still have that painting. I'm gonna bring it out on the next episode and see if we're talking about the same thing. I have a painting that actually no, it's getting reframed right now because the glass broke. So it's getting put in like a new frame instead of the one you sent me. But yeah, I appreciate that. All right. One more. Hey, Brian, you're the shit. I agree. Love your specials. Fan of the pod. So I'm a longtime musician, finally releasing my own album this year, and I'm trying to find an angle for marketing myself to Black people as a non-Black artist. Okay, the music is guitar-based R&B like Her or Leon Bridges. Honestly, it's going to be hard to get R&B fans who would like my music to click on a half-white, half-Arab dude. So I was wondering what thoughts you would have for imaging my music to appeal to my target audience. I'm mid-average handsome, but not hot. I'm in shape, but not D'Angelo in 2000 shape. I don't have a hip or exciting lifestyle, so I could use any help I can get. So you get an idea attached. It's an exclusive unreleased song. Okay, well, listen, before we even go there, just know, like, you know, I don't know shit about marketing. You know, I know that, you know, if you making music because you love making music and you trying to make a living from it, you got to make the music that you love to make, and the people will come to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, put it out there, put this song out, and see who fucking with it. You know, you can, because, you know, TikTok and Instagram and all that will give you all manner of data and what have you on who is listening to it, what demographic they are, and all of that shit. And so yeah, you you can't really market at Black people specifically, because if they, it's because marketing just lets people know that something exists. It doesn't mean they're gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? The people that fuck with your music are gonna fuck with your music, and regardless of who they are, what race they are, what culture they are. People, make the music that you think is dope, and you don't have no control over who the crowd is or who shows up. But you will know that the people that show up are fuck with you. That's what I would say. Now that may not be what an agent would say. That may not be what a fucking publicist would say. You know what I mean? But I really feel that way. I don't because it would kill me to have to make art. I guess what I'm trying to say is you don't create art with the audience in mind, is what I'm trying to say. That's what ruins are. I mean, that's how you make cookie cutter shit. That's how you make Joker 2. Just terrible art, is because you're not making what you think is dope. You're making what you think people are going to like. And oftentimes you're wrong about that, or you're making what people already like, which means it's not original. Like you're copycatting. So it's like, just make the music you think is dope. Make the music from your spirit, man. And if it's dope, if it's real R&B or soul music, then and it's dope, then Black people will fuck with it anyway. Black people will fuck with it. Yeah, that would be my advice. Yeah, put up maybe put up a video of you singing it live. All that shit. But if it's dope music, people will come. That's really my advice. You know what I'm saying? All right. That's all the emails. Let's do one article. Customer leaves a generous tip on a $13 food bill. Then the restaurant decided to sue him. What? Okay. I love the too long didn't read. I love that. Okay, here we go. The too long didn't read is guy tipped $3,000 to a waitress as part of some movement called Tips for Jesus. Everyone is touched. The restaurant pays out the tip to the waitress. Life goes on. 3 months later, they get a charge dispute in the mail from the tipper. Oh, okay. He tried to change his mind later on. He had the Holy Spirit when he wrote that tip, and then he fucking was like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. It was a mistake. Yeah, this is not new. I think this is an old, because I heard about something very similar to this a long while back. Yeah, man, but I think you go to hell for that. I think if you were tipping for Jesus and then you do a chargeback, I'm pretty sure, because I haven't read the fine print on the Bible or the damn meeting, the meeting minutes from the Bible, but I'm pretty sure you don't get the tip in Jesus' name and take it back. You know what I mean? I don't know if this movement is tips for Jesus. I don't know. I've never heard of that, but I mean, I don't think you get the tip I don't think you get the tip for Jesus specifically and take it back and still have that count towards like your heaven levels or whatever. I think in that much money, you might go to hell. Because the restaurant can't take that money back from the waitress. And I'm pretty sure that I remember reading about this in the past. They went out of their way to make sure that it was the right amount, and he was sure that that's what he wanted to do. And he was like, yeah. And then he was like, no, it was a bad idea. $3,000 is a wild tip on a $13 bill. Come on, man. You could have, that, most servers don't even want that. You ever tip a server too much and they're like, I can't take that, So I think, listen, a regular tip is 20%, right? A great tip is 30 to 40%, and an outstanding tip is 50 to 100%. Anything above 100% is kind of overkill. I mean, 100% is overkill, honestly. You can go to heaven if you tipping in the 30, 40, 50% range, you'll go to heaven, I think. Which I guess only applies to the United. I think we're the only culture that tips. I don't think that's a thing anywhere else. you know, maybe Canada. I guess I'll find it up there, you know. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. I got to get ready to catch this flight. But I love and appreciate you all. Don't forget, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, you want advice from the advice champ, email me at BSwithBrianSimpson@gmail.com. Go to BrianSimpsonComedy.com and come see me on tour. Spread the word. Tell people. Watch the special, Live from the Mothership. It's on Netflix. I'm also on season 3 of the stand-ups, first episode. I'm also on That's My Time with David Letterman, all on Netflix, right? I'm also on Lights Out with David Spade. That's on YouTube, right? That clip. All different jokes, you know, all different material. So come fuck with it or don't, you know. Yeah, and I'll catch y'all next time.